Good day everyone. Today we are going to discuss lesson 5 with the topic in reading and interpreting specifications of product design. By the way, I am Sir Jason, your teacher for today. So first, let's talk about principles of design. So first, we have balance. It gives a sense of equilibrium, giving a feeling of equal attraction on both sides of central line. Under balance is we have symmetrically or the formal balance. It can be described as having equal weight and equal size of a centrally placed like a seesaw. So the picture shown is an example of symmetrically or the formal balance. B, we have asymmetrically or the informal balance. When the structure, decoration, and accessories are different both sides from the center of the design. So, examples are the pictures shown. Next to balance class is we have proportion. So, the pleasing relationship of all parts of the object with one another. So, kanang ipakita nga picture mo na siya example on how to dress your proportions. The next to proportion is we have emphasis. Every pleasing design has one part that is more interesting than any other. So, kanang picture mo is an example of emphasis. The next to emphasis is we have rhythm. So, these are smooth movement repeated again and again. So, kanang picture class mo na siya example of a rhythm design. Now, in a rhythm design class, it can be created in 3 ways. So, this includes the following. So, first is we have repetition. Second is rodation, and last is we have the gradation. So these are the 3 ways in a rhythm design. So now, the next is we have harmony or unity. So it means a relationship of different portion of a design. So these are examples of harmony. Now let's proceed to color theory. So this includes primary colors, secondary colors, and the intermediate colors. The primary colors includes red, yellow, and blue. Secondary colors we have green, orange, and violet. Intermediate colors are red, violet, red, orange, yellow, orange, blue, violet, blue, green, and yellow, green. Those are intermediate colors. Now let's have the qualities of colors. So first is we have hue. It is the family group name of a color. Next to hue is we have value. It refers to the lightness or the tint or the darkness of the shade. Next to value is we have intensity. So when we say intensity, it means the brightness or dullness of a color. So that ends lesson 5. Now let's proceed to lesson 6 with the topic operating machine and assessing its performance. So first, let's talk about setting the sewing machine. The very first thing that you should learn before you can actually operate a sewing machine is setting up the sewing machine properly. This includes setting the needle, winding the bobbin, and threading the sewing machine. By knowing how to perform these basic skills, some sewing problems may be avoided, such as lower and upper thread breaking. Now class, here are the steps in setting the needle and threading the machine. First step is setting the needle or treadle sewing machine. So first is you have to lower the presser foot. Second is raise the needle to its highest point by turning the hand wheel toward you. Next is loosen the needle clamp screw. Fourth, insert the needle all the way into the post with the flat side facing the needle bar groove. Then last is tighten the needle clamp screw securely. Next step is winding the bobbin with thread. So first is loosen the stop motion screw by turning it toward you. Second is put the spool of thread on the spool pin. Then allow it to pass through the thread guide. Third is wind the end of the thread a little around the bobbin. Lift the bobbin winder shaft and press the bobbin through its bar. Fourth, Release the latch and press the bobbin winder against the balance wheel. Run the machine until the bobbin is 3/4 full. Make sure to wind bobbin evenly. An evenly wound bobbin can break a needle or jam the machine. Then last is remove the bobbin from the shaft and cut the thread. Another step is lower threading. So first is take out the bobbin case from the shuttle race. Next is insert the bobbin in the bobbin case, leaving at least 4 inches of thread unwound. Then next is put the thread through the little slat. Test the tension on the bobbin thread by pulling the thread end gently. It should not be too tight or too loose. Last is insert bobbin case to the shuttle race. A click sound indicates that you have successfully replaced the bobbin case. Now last step is upper threading. Different sewing machine models will have slight variations in thread guide locations. Nevertheless, upper threading follows the general pattern. So first is spool pin. Put the spool of thread on the spool pin. Pull the thread and pass it through the upper thread guide. Second is tension. Insert the thread between the metal disc of the tension. Third is take up lever. Bring the thread up to the thread take up lever and raise it as it goes. Pull the thread down and hook on the lower thread guide on the face plate and through the needle thread guide. Fourth is needle. Thread the needle from left to right. Use a needle threader if you have difficulty passing the thread through the eye of the needle. Hold the thread and turn the handle to catch the bobbin thread. Pull the threads, the lower and the upper, and position at the back of the presser foot. And take note class, do not put your foot on the treadle when setting the machine. If your foot slips on the treadle, moving parts can cause serious injury. Also, lower the pressure foot and raise needle by turning the hand wheel toward you before setting the sewing machine. And last, keep the fingers away from the needle to avoid injury. Now let's move on to common sewing machine troubles and remedies. Now knowing these common troubles and remedies can save time, money, and effort when you know how to perform simple troubleshooting. Troubleshooting is discovering and eliminating the cause of problem in mechanical equipment. When troubleshooting the sewing machine, patience is the name of the game. Now here are the common sewing machine troubles and their remedies. Sewing machine trouble, we have noisy machine. So if you found out that your machine is noisy, the remedy for that is brush away dirt, especially on the shuttle race area, and oil the machine. If not resolved, tighten loose screws or check the lower threading. Next is heavy functioning of the machine. Remedy for that is brush away dirt, especially in the shuttle race area, and oil the machine. Next is stuck up machine. So remedy for that is check the shuttle race assembly, then remove tangled thread. Next is needle breaks. So remedy for that is check needle if correctly attached. Avoid pulling the needle out of the stitching line and never pull the fabric while sewing. This would cause the needle to bend and eventually it will break. Another is upper thread breaks or needle becomes unthreaded. So the remedy is check the threading and needle placement and condition. Set needle correctly and change if blunt. Replace the needle after every sewing project. Use quality and correct thread and thread. Then next is lower thread breaks. So remedy for that is wind the bobbin properly, use quality thread, make sure upper and lower threads are of the same brand. Another is looping stitches. Remedy for this is check the threading of the machine. If the loop is on underside of the cloth, tighten the upper tension. If on the surface, tighten the lower tension. So that's all for today. I hope you learned something new. Good luck and God bless everyone.